Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Randy Lee. We'll be with you until 1 o'clock today, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. As the world turns, there is a lot going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Unfortunately, today's normally the day that we shift our focus to the opponent. Coming up on Saturday, that'd be the Samford Bulldogs, who are, I think, maybe 5-6 on the year, something like that.
48.5 point line, Andy.
It's a big line. It's a big line for that one. And it's an 11 o'clock game. Chances are it's going to be raining. There's some weather out there maybe for Saturday. I would not imagine a big crowd for that game, but that has a lot to do with the weather. It has a lot to do with the 11 o'clock game. It has a lot to do with Samford. And it has a lot to do with where Auburn is right now, because there is some tension in the Auburn program. I think everybody understands that and everybody knows that. There's a question about Gus Malzahn's future at Auburn. We seem to be talking about that every single year now, but here we are yet again. The Iron Bowl's still awaiting though, in 2 weeks. Will that have an impact on what happens if Gus comes back in 2020? Should it have an impact? We'll start today and we'll talk about a lot of different things. Whatever you'd like to, if you'd like to bring up a new subject, by all means do so. Dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page at Sports with a Z and comment away. But listen to a very interesting podcast yesterday with Brandon Marcello, Philip Marshall, Jason Caldwell. A lot of our guys that we talk to and we listen to, and these are guys that are close to the program, closer certainly than we are, and they sound exactly like we do.
Do they?
They sound exactly like we do in that they say, I don't really know what's going to happen, but I know this, this is where the program is, and we're an 8-4 team right now, but they don't know any more about how to fix it or where to go from here, or if Gus Malzahn, is going or staying. But the question was asked, has he lost the fan base? And I think that's a good place to start. Even if you have lost the fan base, it's better than losing the team. He clearly has not lost the team this year. That I think that for sure, right?
I agree, yes.
But has he lost the fan base?
Okay, the only way I know to answer that is Brad, our producer, when I walk through the door, he likes to prod me every once in a while, and he prodded me today as I walked through, and he said, Gus Malzahn, there's word out there while you've been getting kicked this morning down at your sign business, Randy, that Gus Malzahn has some teams that are after him, and a lot of signs are pointing to Arkansas. Well, what was my answer to Brad?
I think I'd be happy.
My answer to Brad was, okay.
Yeah.
So
I might be relieved.
Well, your question is, has he lost the fan base? No, not completely. I don't dislike Gus Malzahn. I think he's doing a pretty good job of recruiting, maybe slightly better than average at Auburn. I think that he's a slightly better than average coach. I'd put him a little bit better than mediocre.
Yeah.
I think he's an 8-4 in a very, very tough league in a point in time in this state that is second to only maybe one other stretch in this state and how hard it is to win, and that's the 70s under Bear Bryant. So it's a tough time for anyone that wants to come into this position. But I presented this question to you. Here's where we are as an Auburn fan base. Are you willing to take a chance that we could be worse with another coach, with the option or with at least the chance that whoever you hire can be better if you've already consoled yourself to mediocrity here, and mediocrity, yes, at Auburn, in my opinion, is 8-4. You may say, well, that's unfair, Randy. That's what we've always been. But do you look at Auburn football in that direction? Is 8-4? Are you happy with 8-4, Randy?
No, I'm not. I'm at the point now where I want more. Yeah. Just for clarification, that is not true. That Gus is going to Arkansas. That was a joke. So yeah, just to be clear about that. But anyway.
But mediocrity, though, Andy. Back to that.
Yeah.
I mean, are you willing? Are you consoled? You said you wrote an article in the paper. I haven't read the article that you wrote in the paper. I apologize, Andy.
I don't
I like reading what you write. I really enjoy reading what you and Luke both write. But I haven't even come close to reading what you've written.
I didn't read it either.
But is that what you were saying?
Basically, yeah. I said I'm not calling for his job, but I think we're all at the point now, and this may be the part about losing the fan base. I think the majority of Auburn fans are at the point where they say, we're not moving forward. We are standing still. And then again, I thought that Brett and I had this conversation a little bit yesterday, but this is why it's so hard. If let's just say Auburn were to win the Iron Bowl, Gus Malzahn would be 3-4 against Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
During the 7 years of maybe the greatest, you could argue certainly convincingly that it's the greatest 7-year stretch in the history of college football.
Yep.
And he's 3-4 against them.
I think that game you ask another question. How big is that game?
Yeah.
It's very big. Because the opportunity to beat a subpar Alabama team right now.
Yeah,
they are subpar in comparison to where they've been. They still have
a good team.
They have superstars all over the field. They could still win a national championship.
Yeah.
They lost 46-41 to a juggernaut offense in LSU and had chances throughout the game, and if they don't just shoot both feet off in the first half, they probably win the football game. So, yeah, they're still a championship caliber team, and if Auburn beats them, then, yeah, I think that could make my opinion sway. But if they don't, and the odds are that they won't, I'm sorry, I hate to say that. I know that Tua is not playing, but if any of you are going into that game with some real grand thought in your mind that all of a sudden we're going to find some offense because their defense is that bad and we're going to expose those poor linebackers that they have in coverage out of that great passing game that we've been prone to exposing so many people with, I don't have that confidence right now.
We're going to need to hold them to 13 points.
Oh, my gosh. Are you? And do you think that's a possibility? No, I don't either. I mean, I think that it could be. This is a world-class defense. Maybe the best defense in the SEC. Could be one of the best defenses in the country if they were given a top 20 offense.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine this defense with Oklahoma's offense? I mean, the willingness and the ability to run the football from the quarterback position. Oh, man, wow, what did I just say? That's something we used to do. It's not a knock on Bo Nix, just not who we are. Jalen Hurts rushes the football for over 100 yards a game every game at Oklahoma. I don't think their skill level's a lot higher than Auburn from a recruiting standpoint, is it? No. Oklahoma skill players much higher. I mean, all they do is go out there and
they got a CeeDee Lamb. That guy's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good, but I like the system too. I think the system's got a lot to do with it. All of a sudden, LSU did they just roll over and then go out and recruit a lot better than they did last year, where they got held 29-0 at home against Alabama and they score 46 on the road? No, I'd call that a system change, and I have no confidence in a system change on the offensive side with Gus Malzahn right now. I have no clue what his identity is anymore offensively.
And we've gotten to the point, I mean, it's 7 years into it, we've gotten to the point where he's calling the plays, he's running the offense, he supposedly hands it off to somebody else. Then he takes it back. Then he hands it off to Chip Lindsey, and then he takes it back. So where are we, I mean, this whole business about, well, maybe we bring in a passing game coordinator. Would that work? It might work for a year. but he can't. It's his. That's his thing, his offense. He can't. So I mean, if it's not working with Gus Malzahn, the offense is not working, then he kind of loses any kind of leverage that he needs to be the head coach.
Well, I think that you need to erase every press conference he's had since last year to get back to that thought process. Because he has sold me, and he sold me in the Purdue game last year, that he is a great offensive mind. And he has a plan in place that if you're going to pay him $7 million a year, you want the ship to go down with him calling the offense and being the guru that we hired.
We're taking on water.
We've been taking on water all year. And those rushing numbers that Brett read out on Tuesday, I don't know if you have those
against
here.
FBS winning teams.
They are eye-opening, Andy, that we have gone from 290-plus yards rushing in 13 to 250-plus yards rushing in 14, all the way down to 102 now.
And think about how bad we were offensively in 15, and we still ran the ball for 200 and something yards.
We're down to 102?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Against FBS winning teams, yeah.
What's just
Against the good
better
teams
than
on the
mediocre
schedule.
teams.
Against the
in
good
FBS.
teams on the schedule.
Yes. 102 yards. And last year wasn't much better, was it,
No.
or was it worse?
Last year was worse. This year was right below that. I mean, yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So he was calling the plays in 13 and 14. It was his system. It was his system that had a mobile quarterback back there rushing the football for 100 yards a game and keeping the defenses off balance. It was his system that got Cam Newton the Heisman Trophy in his first year of really true play in college football outside of the junior college ranks, that got him to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft and won us a national championship.
The Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales in Opelika has the largest selection of prestige cars, trucks, and SUVs in Central and East Alabama, all with financing available, little to no money down, and extended warranties. Get pre-qualified in under 2 minutes, online or from your mobile device at GillsPrestigeOnline.com. It's the Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
Hidley Towers is an affordable senior citizen community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East, where spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living, where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more about Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552, for your family at Hidley Towers. That's 256-329-0552.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan-Hare goes through WOTM every Friday night with live playoff coverage. Tune in to WOTM this Friday with the Class 7A South semifinal. Auburn traveling to Phoenix City to take on the defending state champion Central Red Devils. The broadcast will also feature live in-game highlights and updates from the 7A North semifinal featuring the Hoover Bucks and the Thompson Warriors. Stay with WOTM December 4th through 6th for exclusive TV coverage of the Super 7 live from Jordan-Hare.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alex City Marines, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, and the Yerkes invite you by to see what they have available today. The 2020 Manitous and Landaus are in, and boy, are they gorgeous. Also, some great deals on demos. Take advantage of that while they last. Alex City Marine also is doing shrink wrapping, storage. Get in line now. In fact, call this number, 256-215-FISH. Alex City Marine, Alex City.
Now available for the first time since 2005. Take to the road like you own the company or like you work for it. With Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event going on at Bice Motors. Save up to $7,435 on 2019 Jeep Renegade, Compass, and Grand Cherokee. Save up to $12,000 on 2019 Ram trucks in stock.
This Black Friday is going to be big.
Shop now during the Black Friday sales event at Bice Motors in Alex City.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you for about 45 more minutes in today's show. Like to always remind you, we're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do It Center with 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do It Center. Brand new facility there, open in Auburn on Shug Jordan across from Publix. Go and check that out, or one that's close to you. Also, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, for all your mortgage needs. They're saving people thousands of dollars each and every year. Money back in your pocket, whether it's your first mortgage or your existing mortgage. You're looking to refinance. Maybe it's a reverse mortgage. You're ready to retire. All points in between. They can help you out there at Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248. That's 256-397-0248. Talking about Auburn, has Gus Malzahn lost the fan base? I think he's losing more and more. That's pretty evident, I think. It seems like every time I talk to somebody else, it's, yeah, I've come to the end of my road here. But if that's the case, let's say Auburn loses to Alabama. Let's say Auburn loses the Iron Bowl and loses it convincingly. Let's say Alabama rolls in there and beats Auburn 31-10. People are going to be very, very disappointed in that outcome, and especially I think that will probably light a fire and some make people make some emotional decisions. But when you look at it, and we were talking before the show, I said, I think it's going to take somebody like a Bruce Pearl personality to get everybody at Auburn on the same page, because that hadn't happened very often. That was never the case with Tuberville, except maybe 2004. Everybody was kind of on the same page after Jetgate, and what happened? They went undefeated. Everybody was kind of just so sick of the Eric Ramsey garbage that everybody was saying, Terry Bowden was like, what? We hired the guy from Sanford? And then, but they said, okay, yeah, we're just so sick of it, we're all going, and, you win 20 straight. And but from 83 to 89, Pat Dye was in charge, athletic director. If he wanted something, he got it. Everybody, loved him, revered him, and that was, probably the greatest stretch of Auburn football ever. So it's going to take somebody with a great personality to get those people together. Gus clearly doesn't have that. But who would that be? How do you go out? How do you determine if a guy is the right fit for you? As far as X's and O's concerned, as far as personality is concerned, as far as fit, whatever you want to call it. I mean, how do you begin to do that?
Well, I think that the first place you start is you set up a search committee or a board of trustees that you trust.
Yeah.
Will make a decision that's not a bias-based decision around leadership that's already in place. And unfortunately, if you've ever had any dealings with Auburn University, which I've had my fair share, many times you leave out of there with a very upset stomach, because some of the inner workings that you see and watch go on, I have no problem saying that, they are disgusting. And a lot of people have seen that and have been treated that way over the years. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for those of us that maybe went to school there. It's unfortunate for those of us that read and live into this old creed that you're building Auburn men to be treated less than Auburn men a lot of times. So who would come in and fix that and be, I do think it needs to be a Saban type, a Bob Stoops type, a type that has a personality like Pat Dye where it's, look, I'm in charge here and I'm not going to listen to any of you. And don't hire me, please. Please don't hire me if you're not going to give me the leverage to go out there and do what I think is going to be best for my program. I think Gus Malzahn is a wonderful man. It's kind of one of those deals where I'm up here and I'm talking about it and I'm like, man, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And you don't want to talk negatively, but you know, I'm like, I would guess most of the Auburn fan base out there, I'd say it's a majority. They've gone, yeah, I think we know what we're going to get now. And what we're going to get is an opportunity at greatness, but a whole lot of 7-5s, 8-4s, luck into a 9-3. And that's what I see. And so I think a lot of people want to change. And if we do go for a change, I just hope we have leadership in place at the top that makes a decision based around a willingness to give up some of that control and some of that power. It's always been that way, Andy. Coaches don't leave here. Coaches that had success like Tommy Tuberville don't leave and make statements like he did a couple of years ago and say, it's just how it is there. Learn to love it. They're that way.
Yeah.
That's their culture. That is who they are. And I'm telling you, as one that has been in dealings with different departments, that is who we are at Auburn University. If you got a problem with me saying that, I apologize. But it is the truth. It's disgusting. It really is. It's disappointing.
Yeah. Well, again, I look at that, and this was brought up on the podcast yesterday with those Auburn beat writers. But you look at the top 10. You know, these are the top 10 teams in the country. You know, LSU, Ed Orgeron was an assistant, came the interim. Now he's their head coach. Disaster as a head coach previously. Everybody thought this was a safe. This was just LSU caving because they couldn't get Jimbo Fisher, because they couldn't get somebody, Tom Herman. So, you know, they just settled for Ed Orgeron, #1 team in the country. Ohio State, Ryan Day, assistant, 0 head coaching experience. This is his first year. We still don't know much about him, but they're #2 in the country. 0 head coaching experience. #3, Dabo Swinney at Clemson. He was an interim. He was an assistant. 0 head coaching experience. Nobody thought this was going to work out well. Some country hick from Pelham, Alabama. Okay. They're doing pretty well. Georgia hires Kirby Smart. 0 head coaching experience. Career assistant at Alabama. Alabama goes out and hires Nick Saban. We all understand his background. What happened there? Oregon hires Mario Cristobal. He was an assistant at Alabama, of course. Was 27-47 at FIU in his tenure there. He had 1 head coaching gig. That was it. And he was, I mean, hard to win at Florida International. I get that, but 27-47 was his day. Utah, Kyle Willingham, 0 head coaching experience when he took the job. And I'll continue to run down the list, and we can talk about that when we come back. More to come right after these messages.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat. We can't open you a checking account. Mortgage Pro specializes in mortgage loans. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, the only way to go is Mortgage Pro. We can close in 15 days or less. We can offer the best rates in the mortgage industry. And we can waive appraisal fees on any new loan from September 1st until December 31st. Call Mortgage Pro today.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
I am Lisa McClendon from Country Financial, and I have spent years in our community helping people protect their homes, cars, and lives. I am proud to be a member of the 2018 National Championship Team and a National Advisory Council member for Country Financial. Complete financial security does not end with just insurance. I am also here to help you plan for your financial future.
Together, we can help you set up a step-by-step plan to reach financial security.
Let's talk soon.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you for 30 more minutes in today's show. We're talking about coaches that are in the top 10 right now in the country, and what their background was when they got the job. And so we were down to number 8, Penn State, at James Franklin. He was 24-15 at Vandy. You look at what Derek Mason's done at Vandy right now, and they're giving him the vote of confidence. But James Franklin clearly did a tremendous job at Vanderbilt, and now he's doing a really good job at Penn State. Only one loss on that season. Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, assistant, no head coaching experience. And then number 10, P.J. Fleck, 30-22 at Western Michigan. Now he's doing a bang-up job at Minnesota as well. So basically you got 3 guys that had some kind of experience. Well, I mean, not counting Nick Saban. You had 3 guys that had some kind of experience, and the other ones, no head coaching experience at all. And there's your, 7 of your top 10 teams.
So 1 out of 10 that was a Grand Slam hire. Yeah. Like when you hired him, you go,
national championship coach.
They were. National championship coach, great recruiter, builder of a program. Nick Saban was a Grand Slam, most people thought, and it's all worked out that way. All the others are just a shot in the dark. You
backed into it.
You back in, and so it goes back to our opening segment. At what point do you make a decision to hold on to someone that you've already consoled yourself? You kind of have an idea of what you're getting, or when do you go, yeah, it could be worse? Because when you go and do this, you've got to know this can be worse, because it's not bad right now.
Tennessee, Nebraska.
It can be worse. Auburn's in a pretty good spot. We're just not elite. We're in a 8-4 in the SEC spot, which is better than most.
In the most difficult division in all of
a state that's very, very hard to recruit in when you've got that juggernaut across the state doing what it's doing right now. I give all of the passes you want. But I'm not in leadership role that's going to make a decision. If I am, I'm going, how long am I happy in basketball winning 18 or 19 games and not making the NCAA tournament? Alabama. Anthony Grant. You know, there's Alabama fans right now that want to just puke themselves every time they look and see what Bruce Pearl's doing because they, in their mind, think that they had an opportunity, but they held on for a year too long. So it's kind of my question right now. If Bob Stoops is coaching anywhere, I don't care what league it is, if he's coaching, don't that make you think he wants to coach football again?
Absolutely.
See, you got to go get it while the getting's good. Would he be a grand slam hire when you look at these 10? Whoever gets Bob Stoops, is that a grand slam hire?
I said, I mean, that's the only guy out there that I would say, you know, if he's interested, absolutely go after him.
And if you don't get him, what kind of shape do you think we'd be in with Kevin Steele as the head coach?
I've kind of gone back and forth on that. I mean, you know,
do you think we're worse than where we are now?
No.
Depends
on who he hires as offensive coordinator. And I think he's smart enough, I think, to hire somebody that knows what they're doing. But, I mean, again, Gene Stallings had a losing record. For his whole career was terrible. I mean, mediocre at best. Hired to Alabama, it just worked. I mean, you know, so, I mean, it could. Could it be? I mean, is he Ed Orgeron? I mean, he's a pretty I didn't realize how fiery he was until he got to Auburn. But he's a fiery guy. I mean, he's a rah-rah guy. But I don't know if he carries, as far as what we're talking about personality-wise, it could really make some, could really get the backing of people at Auburn. I don't think he could be that guy. But
my only point is, if the Grand Slam didn't work,
yeah,
and you've already consoled yourself that
we might actually back into it.
And you have a backup plan right there in place.
We could do worse. I'd say that for sure.
But all of this is taken off the table unless Gus Malzahn takes another job somewhere. Because Auburn's going to just stay down this path one more year at least.
I would think.
With the $26 million buyout sitting out there, and it's not terrible. I mean, we may go 9-3. I think we're going to go 8-4, but it's not terrible. It's okay. Just not great.
Yeah.
I'm consoled to deal with another year of it because it's not terrible.
Now, what if we go 10-3?
10-3 this year, we could. That would make a big difference in my mind. The Alabama game is going to be a key to what all of us think. Because so far this season, and you have to watch the progression of the offense. Just no part of me that thinks that next year with 5 new starting offensive linemen, yeah, it may be a step up from what we got, but the 5 that are starting for a reason. I got to believe that. I got to believe they're better than what's behind them.
Well, the center wasn't.
Well, but and he was replaced.
So the backup's better than him.
But the other 4 are still out there playing.
They are.
And the depth's not very good. We're having to go through getting transfers in to try to piecemeal the line together because the recruiting's been so poor on that side.
These are all true. This is all, every bit of that is absolutely 100% accurate.
To see these names, though, that you list here and to see the experience, to me, I think that at some point you got to go, I know what I got. And what I got's not good enough. And I want better. So I'm going to make a move. That's where I am with it.
Do we cover the spread against Samford?
Probably, because we're probably going to want to show this explosive offense off against a subpar product. Change these numbers around a little bit. It's not going to change your 102 yards rushing per game against FBS opponents that have a winning record. No. This game's not going to help that one out any.
No. Can you separate Gus the coach from Gus the man?
I can, and that's the reason I don't want to sit up here and plead for anyone to lose their job, because he is a good guy. I do sense that.
Yeah.
Andy asked me a really hard question. What if what if Lane Kiffin was the head coach at Auburn? I said, well, I mean, I'd just be slap disgusted, beyond belief. Then you ask a tough question. You say, well, what in the first 2 years he won 10-plus games in those first 2 years? I'd say the disgust would probably go down drastically.
Significantly.
Yeah. So, you know, and my other answer to you was, I want our coach to be someone that you can look up to and put in a press conference and give the Dabo Swinney talks or the Nick Saban talks that go all throughout the airwaves out there. I'd love to have that happen, but I mean, I'm not necessarily just depending my whole decision on. I'd like somebody gonna win.
Well, that's why I said to begin with that it's okay to lose the fan base, but you can't lose the team. You can win the fan base back. All you gotta do is win.
Yeah.
We're up against the break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
You already know the power and reliability of a Mahindra tractor. Get ready to meet their ATV and UTV lines. Haul more and tow more. Do more. Reaching speeds up to 60 miles an hour. Models have a 12-inch ground clearance and the ability to haul up to 1,200 pounds. There's a Mahindra utility vehicle and a model specifically to get the job done. Test drive today at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. Serving Tallapoosa, Coosa, Clay, and Talladega counties. 256-392-3613.
Harbor Point Ship Store has everything to make your day on the lake more enjoyable. Come on out to the biggest marina on the water. They have pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and more. Get your gas, groceries, snacks, ice, and everything you need for a fun day on the lake. Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned boat? Harbor Point has the best selection around of everyone's favorite Crest pontoons and Four Winds boats. Harbor Point also has a great selection of pre-owned boats. Come on out and take a look at Harbor Point, Marina Point Road in Dadeville. Get to the point.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Expect it or not, the loss of a loved one is difficult. Put your family first by planning ahead. This is Joseph Dean, new owner of Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. We are a full-service funeral home with an on-site crematory and cemetery. Whether your need is immediate or you would like to plan in advance, our experienced, compassionate staff can assist you in designing an enduring memorial experience, burial, or cremation. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers on Highway 280 in Camp Hill or online, alabamafuneralhomes.com.
Tires are important, and when getting a great price on tires, you want to get it right. So make the short drive to Wright's Tire in Sylacauga. Wright's Tire can get you any make or model of tire, and they make the drive worth it with volume pricing. Whether North Tallapoosa, South Talladega, or Coosa County, make the right choice, the right selection, the right service, and the right price. All at Wright's Tire on Fort William Street in Sylacauga. Call for a free quote, 256-245-7778, and get the right price on tires.
Since the dawn of time, mankind has needed tools. But not all tools are created equal. AGF Machine Rental Sales and Service has tools for all commercial construction or big residential projects. AGF Machinery offers the most durable and hardworking brands of ASV, Skyjack, and Wacker Neusen. Aerial lifts, scissor lifts, loaders, excavators, and forest equipment on demand for the best possible price. And backed by the Southeast's best team of professionals. Visit any of our strategic locations across Alabama for all your equipment needs. Or online at agfmachinery.com.
Be the hostess with the mostest this holiday season at Chicken Salad Chick with our easy party catering. Need a quick appetizer? Stop by Chicken Salad Chick and grab a quick chick of any chicken salad flavor or the pimento cheese ball covered with crushed pecans and crispy bacon. Remember, no meal is complete without a sweet treat. For a limited time, our pumpkin cheesecake is back and it's delicious. Chicken Salad Chick can feed any holiday crowd with our custom-fit catering. 12 flavors of chicken salad, there's sure to be something for every taste bud.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bowman, General Manager of Vaden Toyota. We'd like to announce our new lifetime warranty on any new Toyota.
Hashtag lifetime warranty.
Hashtag we love our customers.
It can be used nationwide at no additional cost.
Hashtag customer service.
So come on by and let us show you
the Vaden way.
Hashtag maintenance matters.
Hashtag totally awesome.
Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga. Just a short drive from home or online.
Hashtag your neighborhood dealership.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Reading some more of these comments. Yes, I am willing, as far as to, I guess, maybe take the chance of being worse to get better.
Yeah.
So tired of the same old Gus. He will not change. He can't trust anyone, can't hire good assistants because of the trust. So what happens? He hires a bunch of first-time coaches, so you get what you get. I guess that means the kind of the yes men, the Cody Burns. And Carnell, I guess. I mean, you could say that. In your opinion, would Bill Clark be a good fit at Auburn?
I like Bill Clark. I like I can't do anything but respect what he's done at UAB. I think he's a great coach. Do I think he's a perfect fit for Auburn? I don't know. I think there's a reason you win as often as you do wherever you are, and this guy's done nothing but win, and he's built programs up to points they've never been, UAB, and then all the way even back into the high school ranks where Prattville was not necessarily anything, and he built them up to greatness. And I know that doesn't, many people may say, well, does that transition to the college game? All I can go on is his history. Can he sell the fan base on a vision? I don't know. I haven't seen enough to feel like what I felt like when Bruce Pearl was hired. I think we need a marketing guru.
Yeah.
I think we need someone to transition away from what we've had with Gus Malzahn to something a little bit more Bruce Pearl. And I don't think there is another Bruce Pearl out there in any sport. I'm not. But a little bit more of
There's
that.
some people in that vein, though.
A little bit more of that Dabo Sweeney type of vein than what we've currently got, I think would help at Auburn. I really do. Because I think you made a good point. You've got to have someone that can create a vision at Auburn and let people know I'm the leader. Get back. Leave me alone. If you do question, I'm going to be combative. I'm not going to put up with it. If you don't hire me, or if you do hire me, stay out of my way. If you do get in my way, I'm going to tell everybody you're in my way. That type of leader, I think, is what Auburn could use right now in football.
Yeah, I think you're right. Justin coming with a question out of the mothballs here. Do y'all really believe Gatewood got a fair shot? How could you tell how good Gatewood could be when the QBs aren't live in practice?
I'm not. I've talked.
You can't go live with quarterbacks in practice.
I've talked till I'm blue in the face on this situation. I can give it one more little 2-minute stretch. The best version of a Gus Malzahn offense is the 13 and 14 version that had a quarterback back there that was dual threat, could extend the field with a big arm, scared you to death that he may pull, so you had to look at every portion of the field with a speed sweep to the guy that could get it and to him going around the corner. I still think it's the best version. I was a Malik Willis fan from the get-go because he looked like the imps of Nick Marshall to me. And I do not think either one got a good shot. I like Bo Nix. I think he's got pro potential, got the pedigree, wonderful dad, wonderful family, everything that you would want in a quarterback. I just don't see it being the best version of Gus Malzahn and what he brings to a team. So that's just my opinion.
Stephen agrees, didn't get a fair shot. So does Toolman as well. I've stuck up, let's see. I've stuck up for him. I lost it. I've stuck up for him till I was blue in the face for the fact that there has been one man linked to 2 national championship appearances and 1 national championship win, 2013, 10 and 13. That's Gus, but after the offense getting worse and worse year after year, plus messing up Asa Martin's year and messing up with not even trying Joey when Bo was struggling, it's time for him to go. If you take the poll of our posters here usually, it's far more than half that are at the end there.
I mean, what is your? I'd like for those of you that are commenting away out there. What would you give the fan base's percentage that's ready to move on from this? I give it 80%.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I was going to say 65.
No, I'm going to
You
say
go 80.
I'm going to go about 80% because I just think people sense where we're going, and we don't necessarily. I mean, we're really close, but next year's tougher, dude. We've got 5 new linemen, really 4, that are going to be up there in front of a running game that's non-existent this year, with a quarterback that's going to be better. But a system that I'm not convinced can get you to the top in a passing game system. And you got to go on the road and play your 2 biggest rivals again next year. So you had that set up in your favor this year. Now you got to go on the road to play those juggernauts next year. I mean, we're still going to come out and we're going to say, tough schedule, last 2 games on the road. If we get through this gauntlet at 8-4, 9-3, I would call it a success. That's what we all said this year, wasn't it?
Yep.
And that's about what's going to
And
end up being.
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And are you happy with it? I'm tired of consoling myself that we aren't going to play for championships consistently. And maybe that's unfair. It probably is unfair.
Well, unfair expectations come with $7 million a year.
Yeah, true.
That's just the way it is. That's life.
And with a program that has proven they can go to the mountaintop. If we were at a program that hasn't played for championships over the last 10 years, I may go, well, that's really not who we are. But I don't think we're selling that. And I think that you can recruit to Auburn University. It's not just Gus Malzahn that's recruiting to Auburn University. I think we should not hire someone that couldn't recruit to this.
Yeah.
Because it is easy to recruit to.
Would Gus's future be in doubt if the buyout was not as big as it is? Or would Gus still be at Auburn if he was the OC? Probably no. Would there be a question about Gus's future if the buyout wasn't what it is? If his buyout was less than $7 million, he would be gone.
I agree.
I think that I feel comfortable in saying that.
You can't have records against your 3 biggest rivals like he has. Now, yes, you did say that he may end up being 3-4 against Alabama. That's a big if.
Yeah.
That's a big if. That's saying a 3-loss Auburn team is going to beat a 1-loss Alabama team that scored 41 in the loss that they had. That's a big if.
It's not the same offense.
Yeah, it's not the same offense. All of that, good luck. I mean, I'm going to tell you what.
Mac Jones will throw for 375 yards.
I'm worried they'll run the football too against them. You don't think so? Not going to happen.
They ain't running. They may run for 150 yards. They ain't running for more than that. Up against the break here. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan-Hare goes through WOTM every Friday night with live playoff coverage. Tune in to WOTM this Friday with the Class 7A South semifinal. Auburn traveling to Phoenix City to take on the defending state champion Central Red Devils. The broadcast will also feature live in-game highlights and updates from the 7A North semifinal featuring the Hoover Bucks and the Thompson Warriors. Stay with WOTM December 4th through 6th for exclusive TV coverage of the Super 7 live from Jordan-Hare.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Mortgage Pro is the new standard for mortgage loans. While other banks are taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan, Mortgage Pro is making it happen in less than 15 days. Your mortgage loan goes from start to finish in less than 15 days. Mortgage Pro is able to make this happen by having the most advanced technology and a highly trained staff with over 98 years combined experience. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance your current mortgage, call Mortgage Pro and let our team go to work for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy taking you up to 1 o'clock here. Christopher Harris chimes in and says, look for a few of us at this Saturday's game for Purple Heart recipients being recognized during pregame right before kickoff, Alex City's 214th MP company. So
that's great.
Definitely, absolutely. That is wonderful that they'll be recognized. And that one at the Auburn-Sanford game. So right before pregame, being recognized Purple Heart recipients. And thanks to all those guys for absolutely, and putting their bodies where their mouth is, man. That's laying it on the line. Ohio State.
This is an odd story.
Game day is going to be at Columbus this Saturday for the Ohio State, Penn State, and apparently Ohio State is going to kind of boycott game day because they say that they're SEC bias, and they're going to congregate. Apparently, the Fox Sports game, whatever their version of game day is, they're going to congregate there and kind of support that. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I'm surprised this has never happened before.
Well, I mean, is it fair for those of you, and we actually randomly have some Ohio State type fans around here. I'm not necessarily. Scott Hardy's one that says that he likes Ohio State. Ohio State's it's got a little bit of a national following. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Outside of Ohio State, has there been anyone from that conference that has given them the right to not have an SEC bias? From a national standpoint is what I'm asking.
You mean in the last decade? Or we're talking
20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Who's the last team from that conference that's put themselves in a position to be a national title contender? Heck, who other than Ohio State's won a national championship for them since '94? Isn't that Michigan's last championship?
That was Penn State, I think, was good in '94. I think Michigan won it in like '98. No, who they shared it with Nebraska. Was that 94?
Was that
97?
Okay, 97. In '97 when Charles Woodson won the Heisman.
Yep.
Greasy's son, who is
Brian.
Who's now a broadcaster, was their quarterback.
Yep, went undefeated.
Have they won one since?
No.
Other than Ohio State?
No, I don't think so.
That's 22 years ago. You know, how I get when you get upset. It would be like Auburn basketball fans boycotting the college basketball circuit from ESPN coming down because they've had an unfair bias towards a pitiful Auburn basketball program before Bruce Pearl. It just, to me, it's like.
But I mean, Fox carries Big Ten games.
Okay.
ESPN, will carry if they'll carry Auburn and Sanford, or over like a another Big Ten game, I guess, or something.
Is that because they get higher ratings?
Right, I'm sure that it is.
Back to my point,
You're just saying boo-hoo.
I'm saying boo-hoo for no reason. Yeah. I mean, that's fine for everyone to get, team up and have a joint reason to be upset with one group over another. But to me, it feels like a put on.
I wonder, you think how percentage on how many fans show up? I wonder for game day. Because surely they'll bus in fans to get them on TV. I would imagine.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch.
Maybe a lot of Penn State fans at game day.
Could be. But they may take the boycott too.
Well, that may be true. They just want to get on TV. Arkansas and Florida State, the two biggest jobs open. Apparently, Arkansas has met, according to footballscoop.com, with Norvell at Memphis. But apparently, he's got his eyes on the Florida State job.
I think the Florida State job is a much better job than the Arkansas job.
Oh, yeah.
From a chance to win standpoint. Oh, my. It just will take something special to go over and win at Arkansas. It's going to take someone that can somehow get that program to a top 15 nationally recruiting power.
Yeah.
They're so far from that right now. I mean, they're an average 35 to 50 recruiting. You got to get twice as many good athletes at your school as you're currently getting to jump up to, even if it's a consistently top 20. I don't know that it can happen. I'd just be shocked if it did. It would take a Dan Mullen type of hire like Mississippi State had, where you just got a guy that can
turn 3 stars into 5.
He can just get it
stars.
done. He's a great coach. Wherever you put Dan Mullen, I have consoled myself to thinking that guy can coach. You agree with that?
I think he's a pretty good coach.
I think so too.
I don't think he's a great coach, but I think he's a pretty good coach.
I think he's a pretty good coach for programs like that.
Yeah.
If he went to Arkansas, would he win?
I think he'd win as much as he did at State.
And that's a lot.
He'd win
wins.
7-8 wins. 7-8 wins a year.
Yeah.
Be like off. Houston Nutt says that he's been contacted by Arkansas. Houston Nutt, part due.
You got to be kidding.
He did a good job when he was there the first time. It ended badly, but he had them closer to a national title than anybody else has.
Have they contacted Bobby Petrino?
OC. Houston Nutt hired his head coach, Bobby P. OC.
I don't think they probably haven't contacted Bobby Petrino.
Probably. He spoke at an alumni dinner this past year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they all forgiven.
Everything's.
Yeah. Brian Kelly, maybe Florida State might be interested in Brian Kelly. You think that's a good fit? Would he leave Notre Dame for that?
I wouldn't think so, but Notre Dame.
Is Florida State a better job than Notre Dame?
I think there's a better chance to win a championship at Florida State than there is at Notre Dame. At least that's my perception.
I would agree.
Being in the South, being in the ACC, I think you can win. It's the last Northern team other than Ohio State, too. None.
I don't recall, yeah.
0. I mean, I'm starting to buy in wholeheartedly that the Bows and the Joes just don't exist in other parts of this country. Not on the West Coast, not in the North. They got a few, but they can't put enough together to compete with us on the lines of scrimmage on a consistent basis. Not in a championship level. They can beat Auburn when we're 7-5 and we're playing in the darn Birmingham Bowl against each other. They can beat us. Wisconsin can too. You know, so I know. I think that Florida State, from a championship standpoint, may be a better spot.
It's going to wrap it up for us on the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday, but we'll be back with you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. For Randy Lee, I am Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. Talk again soon.